how's it going? Right, Uncle Shredder here again with another nugget of information. This one is aimed at guys who are starting on testosterone, starting to take in super physiological exogenous doses of testosterone. All that means is you're taking extra testosterone to what your body actually produces. Now, the dosage is the first question anybody ever asks you. Well, that and does it hurt injecting? Right, so the dosage. A lot of what you get told is going to be the wrong information. It's going to be passed down to you from bodybuilders, strength athletes. It's not going to be applicable to you if you just wanted to do TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy. Okay? Where we're going to start is we're going to start low. And I'm going to explain why. I use a lot of analogies to the car world because that's what we all understand. We all know about cars. We can all understand them. Right, so I want you to imagine that you're in a really high-powered sports car and you've got all the power in the world available and you can really easily go from 30 miles an hour to 100 miles an hour. Okay? But there's a catch. There are no brakes in this car. Now, the analogy comes towards where you are with your body and taking in testosterone. You can start at 30 miles an hour. You can start at 30 milligrams every other day, which would give you a dose of 110 milligrams on average, spaced out over 2 weeks. You could do that. You could also hit the accelerator and go straight to 100 milligrams every other day. Just like you can go in a car and you can hammer that accelerator to 100 mile an hour from 30 mile an hour in a real high-powered sports car, just like that. And you can do the same with your testosterone. Too many times I see people making that massive jump from 30 to 100. And sometimes it's because you're a little impatient. If you've been suffering from low testosterone problems for years, if you've had lack of concentration, brain fog in the afternoon, lack of energy, if you've been feeling dead emotional, if you've not been very alpha male, and if your libido has suffered, then it's tempting to think, I want to turn this around really, really quickly. But what I would like you to all do is to establish a base layer and just establish a base level where you know that is where you're getting the returns. Now, this thing about being impatient, it's going to take some time, guys. It's going to take some time. If you have been low in testosterone for a number of years, it's not always possible to just turn things around really, really quickly and go right up and experience all these great benefits from testosterone in a couple of weeks. And that is why a lot of people, I think, just jump up and up the scale. The other scenario, of course, is that you're going to get some advice from the gym guru. He's the guy in the locker room and he's got the big muscle and he's been lifting weights for donkey's years and he knows what he's talking about. Or you think he does. Just because it's right for him doesn't mean to say it's right for you. Now, again, to this analogy about the cars. You can go from 30 mile an hour to 100 mile an hour really, really click of a finger. Really instantly almost. But if you've got no brakes in that car, you can't come back to 30 unless you just coast and come down to that speed. So it takes a lot longer to come down than it does to go up. Same with your testosterone, guys. If you're going to start at a low level, give yourself some time. Give it a bit of a chance to work. And don't be tempted to just fly off the handle and go straight in at a big dose. For this reason, your body is not going to break either. You can't come down from 100 to 30 like that. You can go up really easily. You can climb that ladder very easily. But it takes time to come back down. And unless you spend some time at a certain level, you don't know. You don't know that that's the level that you're going to get results from. You don't know that that's the level that you will eventually, given some time, experience all the great benefits of supplementing your testosterone. And for you bodybuilder guys out there as well, for guys like me of a certain age, it's really important that we really find out where that base level is, where we still get the benefits from the testosterone, but we're not having all the side effects. Testosterone side effects are dose related. The higher you go, the more side effects you're going to get. And so for you bodybuilders guys out there, and I'm one of them, I blast and cruise. It's a really good idea to know where that base level is, so that is where your cruise level is. Too many people are doing cycles, they're doing blast and cruise, and they're doing 1,000 milligrams of testosterone in a blast, and 500 milligrams of testosterone in a cruise. And they think, well, it's half. It's half as much. It should be fine. But realistically, for a lot of guys, 500 milligrams is, well, for almost everybody, 500 milligrams a week is a huge amount of testosterone. I put this into context, right? Your gym guys, right? Your gym gurus, the locker room god, who just tells you what to do, right? If he's telling you to take 1,000 and 1,200 and 1,500 milligrams of testosterone a week, let's get this in perspective. The clever and the well-educated and the well-coached IFBB pros in the open class, in the heavyweight class, are doing 600 milligrams of testosterone a week. And I've got that on good authority from a guy who I listen to his podcasts all the time. He's got three IFBB pros that he's looking after, and that's what he said. He said, IFBB pros, heavyweight category, 600 milligrams a week, coming into the competition as well, coming into the Olympia. So, yeah, start low, establish a base level. If you're doing TRT, go up slowly until you find that level where you're getting your results, where you feel better. And that's another thing. Sometimes how you feel on testosterone does not quite match up to the numbers. So you could be a guy on 200 milligrams of testosterone a week, getting gynecomastia and water retention and edema and estrogenic side effects. Or you could be a guy on 700 milligrams a week and have no side effects. So it does come down to how you feel. But definitely, tread lightly, go at it slowly, go slowly, and then, if you need to, and you're still not feeling effects, remember, give it time. Then if you need to, then ramp it up. And the bodybuilder guys, it's still a good idea for you to establish where's the minimum, what's the least amount of testosterone I can take and get great results. Because if you do get that level, then why would you take loads more? I know, the answer is that when you're bodybuilding, you have these phases where you're giving your body a rest almost from these big doses, and you're cruising along at a low dose, and then you have like times when you hit the accelerator, hit the turbo button, and you're way up there, right in the 120, 150 mile an hour range, and you're trying to get all them massive gains on. But yeah, guys, seriously, if you're going to do testosterone, start low and go up gradually, because you can't come down as quick as you went up. And when you're up here and you're getting all these estrogenic side effects, you'll be tempted to reach for aromatase inhibitors, which are bad news. So get that level right before you need to start taking measures to minimise your side effects. Right, just a word of caution there. Uncle Shredder, signing out for another one. Catch you on the next one.